Hello, one more video about Commonlit. This one shows how students can review their scores and feedback from the teacher. So when students are logged into Commonlit and they have my assignments, they can see their completed assignments. They can either click on view score here for that specific assignment, or they can click on my performance. So let's go ahead and click on view score. So view score takes them to this point of view where it takes them back to the article, and then they click view score for this particular assignment, and they see they answered D and that was the correct answer. So this allows them to see question by question what they got right and what they got wrong. For example, this one shows, oh, they selected A, which was incorrect. The answer should have been B, which was the correct answer. So they can go through question by question and compare their answers with the correct answers. When they get to the last question, the one that has the short answer, and some have more than one short answer, most of them it's just the last question. This says they received 4 out of 4 possible points. It shows their answer, and then it shows teacher comments. So in this case, the teacher comment, great job using your wrap strategy to provide evidence for your answer. Maybe next time you could add more to your answer portion by describing more about why they were surprised. Um, as a teacher, I try to always give something that they could do to improve, even if they have a really good answer, because I feel like my goal is to continue to push them forward. So even if it's a great answer, I try to find something that they could add a little bit more to or go a little bit deeper, because I want them to keep pushing farther. The other way that they view it is if we go back to where we were, and they do view it by my performance, it's going to give an overall percentage. So they got a 60%. They got half of the multiple choice, but they got a 4 out of 4. And if they click on that view responses, again, they can see the question, their response, and the teacher feedback. So the two views give just slightly different information. This gives percentages. The other one lets them see question by question, which I think is a little bit more useful for students. One thing that can be done on Commonlit, now this is after the scores have been released by the teacher can unsubmit their answers so that they have to um, redo the assignment. And that's something that I frequently use in class to encourage them to go back. A lot of times it's because I can tell they've rushed through the assignment. I usually would do that before they get their feedback back from me, but I do believe they can still see their feedback on that short answer question. So here now it says resume assignment. If they go to my performance, oh, let's see. It did take away the feedback. I wish they could still see their feedback on that one question on that. So resume assignment, it's going to take them back, and they still can see what answers they got, but they don't know which ones they got correct or incorrect, which can be kind of tricky because they don't know which ones they need to change. When we're in class, I typically try to tell them which ones they missed, but sometimes I don't, because I want them to go back and really reread carefully to see how they did it, or if they feel like their answers were right or not. They can see their feedback on this. So they got a 4 out of 4. They can see the teacher feedback here. So that can be helpful. So if maybe they only got a 1 out of 4, they didn't do a very good job, they would be able to use that feedback to improve their answer on that wrap strategy question. So I like that they can still see the feedback here to help them improve their answer. That's really important. If they scored basically less than a 4 out of 4, then they should be using that feedback to improve their answer. Otherwise, on these, they're just kind of taking it question by question. Like I said, I would typically unsubmit it before they get that feedback, because you noticed it showed them all the correct answers when they went through it question by question, so it wouldn't do them as much good with that released information. But unless they wrote them down, it could still be helpful. So I just want students to be able to see, especially with us not being in class, how they can go back and actually view that feedback to improve their answers, because I think that that's a really important step, is not just doing it but seeing, okay, how did I do, what kind of information did my teacher provide to me on my performance. If you have any questions, again, go ahead and message me through Seesaw, and keep working. Thank you.